The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Herbert. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here is Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 46-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
Throw left side taken in by Rodgers. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Herbert operating from the red zone. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. The kick by Bass is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. The throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Colin Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
That. They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
I think that's that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead.
And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's going to air one out. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And New York set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number one seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Tyler Newsome now. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Kenny Galladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 76 36 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. And he's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
It's a pick number 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on a deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession
of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Second down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
It's Eckler again. Now room for Eckler. And down right around the 37. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
What a waste of time.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. That's complete to Rodgers.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Herbert. Got a man able to find Rodgers. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got this one complete to Rodgers. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Rodgers brings it in. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
New York ready to go again offensively. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gonna give this time to the tailback. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. One last throw here for Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people